to take your earnings or your assets. So for example, if I own 3 houses and I get divorced to my wife, I can't give her 1.5 house. Do you see what I'm trying to say? But obviously this situation changes if I have children with her, and the children have certain rights, and if she's breastfeeding, she has certain rights, and so on. Yeah, but the idea that you can get married, that's not equality, that's not feminism, that's nothing. If a woman, for example, put it this way, flip it around. If a woman married a man and she was a millionaire, and he had no money, let's say, and they were in a relationship together for 5 years, and after 5 years they got divorced, and the man took half of what the woman earned, then that would be a miscarriage of justice. So I think that some of the laws, I would even look at them and say that they're quite backward and they're contradictory, because you know why? Because they look to me like, to be honest, they're contradicting the essence of meritocracy, of liberalism, of earning money for yourself and so on.
Well, I'd like everyone to have the same rule.
Would you agree with that?
I would agree that everyone should have the same legal rights.
Yeah, okay, but
regardless of what religion.
Okay, well, let me tell you this, right? See, well, one more thing, Robert. If a man and a woman are together and they get divorced and they have children, where should the children go?
Well, that depends on any particular case. It's the children's interests should be uppermost.
Yes.
So sometimes it might be the man and sometimes the woman.
Okay, that's a good answer. We would agree with that answer, right? But there was a famous story where a woman came to Prophet Muhammad, and she said to him, and he said to her, look, you know, you're getting divorced and so on. And she said to him, you know, this child, I raised the children in my lap, and, you know, I gave them my breast milk and so on. And so he ruled in her favor, and that became precedent for later jurisprudential rulings. The point being is, certain things, biological and physiological, women have not only an advantage in, but they have a higher output in. So for example, the fact that women can breastfeed, or that they're pregnant, or that they give birth, that should be taken into consideration when rulings are done, right? So there's no equality there, because frankly in that specific case, the woman should have certain advantages or certain things that are catered for. Like for example, a man should be able to give her, if he's divorcing her and she's breastfeeding, then why is he not giving her money for that milk if it's her children and his children, right? So in Islamic law, the man has to give the woman money for that milk if he divorced her, and some schools even say whilst they're married together, because it's both of their children that we're talking about. But the point I'm making is that this nuance, which results from anatomical and biological difference, is sometimes lost in translation when we're talking about country law. So okay, well, everything should be equal, but what about those circumstances there? What about if you have a disabled person? There's always going to be some variable which is going to make things a little bit different, and sometimes that variable can be a biological one which results directly from gender or even sex. So I would say that, yeah, I agree with you generally speaking about this.
I think it's a
general rule
of being just dogmatic that you have to look in the book to see what the book says.
Well, that's what lawyers do.
But the judges don't always do that in a divorce case.
Yeah, agreed.
Children, they don't look in a book and say, oh, well, I call this. And what they do is they look at the case before them.
Yeah, but they also look at precedents and case law, which is usually in a book.
However, they're not dogmatic when it comes to these issues.
Yeah, I agree that you should have flexibility in marriage, but I do agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I want to tell you is about a recent court case which has set a precedent regarding Islamic divorce. So, in the Marriage Act, there are marriages. There are relationships which aren't marriages.
Yes.
And there
civil partnerships.
Yes, you've got legal marriages.
Civil partnerships.
Yeah, so you've got marriages that aren't registered.
Yes.
Marriages that are.
Yes.
And relationships that aren't.
Yes.
So an Islamic marriage.
Yes.
Has been ruled.
Yes.
As a marriage under law, but not registered, even though it's not registered. So a Muslim woman.
Yes.
Can get the exact same rights now. This is just over 6 months ago. So even though you haven't registered your marriage and you divorce and you think you don't have any obligation to pay or anything,
I'm not out of this discussion here. No, but you know what's even more interesting though? If a woman, think of it this way, just do a study. I know this might not.
So
yes, sorry, go on.
That is an important point.
Yeah, I get it.
If a Muslim does a marriage, under Islamic law and doesn't register it, and then there is a divorce.
Yes.
The woman has the exact same rights.
By the way, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with this point. I'm not against that, right? If a woman wants to, or a man wants to get married and go to the registry office, I'm totally for that. Yeah, I'm not against that.
Hold on. Why I'm stressing this is if Muslims decide to have an Islamic marriage and deliberately don't register it at the registry office, still under the law, they have the exact same obligations as if they were married under law when it comes to dividing up the assets.
That's an interesting point of jurisprudence that we should look at. Well, thanks for that, man. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
And
one more thing.
The fellow who was organising the dating event in
Birmingham.
in the Birmingham Central Mosque, he said there is change coming to the Muslim community, and it's going to be coming through educated Muslim women.
Well, that's good. I think that we definitely need to educate Muslim women and Muslim men, and also non-Muslim women and non-Muslim men. But thank you very much for everything, man. Okay. Take care. Assalamu alaikum, akhi. Kif halakum? Not bad, alhamdulillah. You're right, yeah?
Not too bad.
Good,
I have a side question for you.
Go ahead.
You know, I've been coming to the park here for like a few weeks here.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that a lot of Muslims, they like to give taghfir on people.
Naveed! Yeah, go on.
They like to give taghfir on people.